Hello, everybody. Welcome to SPTV Never Ends. I'm Kelly. Give people a few minutes to trickle in here. I'm running so far behind tonight, kind of as usual. I never can't, well, for appointments, for court, for anything, I have trouble being on time. It's some kind of mental block I have. But I knew I had scheduled to come on at 4:20. I even um, posted a or made a post to the community tab earlier. So, hi, Maya. I was saying I knew what time I had to be here tonight because I had it scheduled, and it's no matter what it is, court, this, appointments, I have the hardest time being on time. I run late for everything. I don't know if I have a mental block about it or what it is, but I always push myself right down to the very last minute. It's crazy. I don't know. So how are you doing, Maya? Do you feel better? Are you starting to heal? I'm going to finish my cigarette too. I'm assuming people will trickle in like they usually do. I didn't. Were you in Cricket's chat tonight? I didn't go there because I took a shower and washed my hair, and it takes forever to dry my hair, and I should have started earlier. I thought I would. You're pretty sore still. Yeah, that kind of like your ribs take a while to heal. I imagine you're going to be sore for, I hate to say it, for a little while. Uh, like I said, I've never hurt my ribs, but I know it's painful and that they heal very slowly. But yeah. So I don't know. Oh, tomorrow night, um, I have someone coming on. Her chat name is May the Force be with you. And she's not going to tell her story, but we're going to talk about narcissism abuse because she's studied it, and um, I forget, she has a master's degree, but I forget what in. But I think somehow the job she has, um, she hasn't. She's not a counselor to people, but I can't remember. She'll have to tell us, but anyway, she knows a lot about narcissism, so I want to talk about that because all of my trauma, I think, stems from my ex-husband and his narcissism. Your, my doctor was certain I have burst or broken some ribs, but no point in doing an X-ray. Yeah, that's right. That's right, because there's nothing they can do about it. I guess sometimes they like wrap it with a like I don't know. I know that they don't. There's not much you can do for broken ribs. Uh, so yeah, um, we're gonna do it live tomorrow night. So, and I think it's going to be at 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern time. I'm gonna check to see who else has stuff scheduled for tomorrow night before I post the time. but it's either going to be 9 or 10 Eastern time. But anyway, I'm going to try to pop some people in here tonight. Do you want to come on screen with us, Maya? Are you brave enough? I know there's a 10-second delay. And you still are the only one here, and it's been 5 minutes and 32 seconds. I'm wondering if, well, Cricket's not still on this late. No way. I mean, she's done that once, I think. I don't know. I know she doesn't usually go past 4 o'clock, so if there's anybody watching that would like to pop in and go up on the screen with me like we did the other night, let me know because I sure don't mind sharing the chat. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I don't feel any pressure at all. I know it's sometimes like you feel like you're being put on the spot or something when somebody wants you to jump in, but some people don't care and some people do. But yeah, there's no pressure. I just thought I would offer, but trying to think, nothing's really been happening. I haven't, let's see, trying to think of what I watched today. I was watching DOA live for a little while. I guess he has a black eye. Some someone hit him 3 nights ago, I was told, and they did not get arrested, which is no surprise. But it just blows my mind how the LAPD gets away with what they get away with. It's crazy. I just don't know how a police department can run that way. If they were all that corrupt, can you imagine? I mean, jeez, it's bad enough how it is, but if they were all as corrupt as the LAPD, we would be in big trouble. Yeah, I just don't know why like they're not held accountable by any agency or anything. And if I was one of the protesters and I had counted as many um, assaults as they've had and false arrests and stuff like that, I would be calling the newspaper or the news channels every day and letting them know until somebody came out and started writing up articles or reporting it on the news or something. I don't know, but I sure would be telling on them. It probably does no good, but you never know. You had to take a little break from SPTV, listening to music and watching art channels instead. Yeah, that's good. I do that every once in a while, but then I find myself like creeping back over to SPTV just to, I don't want to get too far behind, I guess. Are y'all's police as bad as they are here, Maya? Or do they have someone that holds them accountable more than over here? And do y'all's policemen carry guns? I know in the UK, someone a while back was surprised because our policemen, all of them, carry guns. Hi, Janet. Welcome. Yeah, I'd be interested to know if in Norway if the policemen carry guns. I thought they did everywhere, but I guess they don't. Janet, were you in Cricket's chat tonight? No, they carry no weapons. Really? That is so interesting. Um, do they get assaulted a lot or not really, Maya? You were in crickets. Did she go off um about half an hour ago, around 4 o'clock, like she usually does? They don't. Well, I wonder what keeps them. I wonder why our police forces think that they need to carry guns. That is so weird because I wonder how many countries around the world do carry, do have them um, as a standard part of their uniform. Huh. Prison guards don't carry guns either. Our prison guards don't carry guns that I know of. At least they didn't in Missouri or Florida. I mean, like the the corrections officers, the ones up in the tower that are watching from, up high, looking down in the yards and everything, and making sure people don't climb the fences. They have rifles, and if you're trying to escape, um, I think they're allowed to shoot you to stop you. Um, yeah. Hi, Psych on the Rocks. I didn't even see you pop in here. Welcome. Here we don't have towers either. Oh, you don't? Wow. I mean, are y'all just better behaved than Americans? That's what I'm thinking. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think our corrections officers carry like pepper spray, and tasers. I don't think any of them carry guns that I know of, because the prisoners could take them from them too easy, you know? Um, yeah, they could be jumped by a, a crew and high psych and their weapons be taken from them, and that would be really bad if the prisoners got a hold of them. I couldn't even imagine. But yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna Google it when I get off of here. I guess I could Google it right now. I want to see. Oops, that didn't work. I didn't know it would take me off of this one. Well, how does Aaron do it when he like Googles something when he's live streaming? He must have two monitors. That's what it has to be. I could do it on my phone, duh. Yeah, I'd be interested to know. Psych, do you know how many countries around the world um where their police officers carry guns? Like I know, oops, this is coming off. I know I think Maya's in Norway and they don't carry guns there. And in the UK, the police don't carry guns there either. So I don't know why. I just assumed all police officers carried them, but they don't. Let me see if I can get my. Let me just Google it real quick. Find out how many countries have police officers that carry guns. Um, Police firearm use by country. Oh, um, let me. Let's see. Police forces. Police with firearms. In Australia, Australia, I guess they do. Um, oh, wait, unarmed. Let me see. In 19 countries or territories, the police do not carry firearms unless the situation is expected to merit it. Bhutan, Botswana, China, Cook Islands, Fiji, Iceland, Ireland, Kir- Kiribati, Kiribati, um, I can't pronounce that one. Marshall Islands, Nauru, New Zealand, Norway, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, the United Kingdom, except for Northern Ireland, I guess they do, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Vanat, I can't pronounce that. I've never heard of some of those countries. So there's only 19 countries that don't carry firearms. Wow, that's wild. That's not very many considering how many countries there are in the world, right? I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know how many countries there are, but I know there's a lot more than 19. Syke says he knows our prison guards don't carry them because the riots always end badly if they're, yeah. Can you imagine? That's what I was saying. Can you imagine if prisoners got a hold of the guns when they were um, planning a riot? I mean, that would be a bloodbath. It already is a bloodbath with their shanks and homemade weapons. They get pretty clever in there with figuring out ways to make weapons. Yeah, Maya's thought there was more countries where they don't carry guns. Hmm. Yeah, I had no clue. Like I said, I was surprised that I always assumed that the police all over the world carried them. Probably because our policemen do, so it's not something that I guess a lot of people don't think of that um, on a regular basis. So, how would we know? Yeah, that'd be a good trivia question, though. We used to play so much trivia, and that's when I was like with my ex-husband. He's 25 years older, so like I was 17 and when I met him and he was 42 or something like that. And so we would play trivia and he, of course, always got so many more things correct than I did. But if we play now, I can keep up with him. So it helps to grow in years. You used to shoot in competition, really? Like rifles or pistols? A 22? A 22 pistol? I've shot a 22 rifle. There's 22 rifles, right? I think that's what I shot. I didn't like it, and I don't like guns because I don't know how to operate them. I don't know how to load them, unload them. I don't know the first thing about them. They scare me. Hi, Red. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We were just talking about police forces around the world. There's 19 countries where their police officers do not carry firearms. So, psych, did you, oh, a rifle, and you shot competition. What did you have to shoot like at targets or like when they, like the clay pigeons, or you can shoot most long rifles. I'm not too familiar with handguns. I bought a 9 millimeter, but I sold it. Yeah, I don't. I know a 9 millimeter is a pistol, I'm pretty sure. And I mean, I know the difference between a rifle and a handgun, but as far as like A 9 millimeter and all that other stuff, I have no clue. Like if I was looking at three guns lined up, I would have no clue what they would be called. Here they don't carry any weapons, no batons or pepper spray either. You're kidding, Maya. That seems so wild. I don't want to say crazy, but it does seem crazy to me. How about if things get out of hand or if they get attacked by somebody? What do they do to protect themselves? Turkeys, pigs, rams, chickens, but they were metal. Oh, interesting. Huh. A 9 millimeter has a softer kick. How do you know, Red? Have you shot one? Or do you have one? A softer kick. I would not even know that if you asked me. I think I shot a BB gun before too, but maybe not. I think I've only shot one time, and it was at a summer camp, and we were shooting at a target. You shot one a couple of times at a shooting range, or like in the backyard or something. I can't. I don't know. I don't. I guess. I guess I can see how people would have fun like shooting at targets, but I don't know. Red had a 38 and shot that once, and it kicked her back a mile, so you sold it. Wow. Now, what is a 38 stronger than a 9 millimeter? I mean, not the kick, but um, is a 9 millimeter? I don't know. Anyway, I don't need to know all this really. I'm not going to be getting a gun. They won't let me have one anyway because I'm a felon. Now, get this. How come felons can't have guns? Because are they not like allowed to protect themselves if they have someone break into their house? That's what they're telling me. Like, well, since you made a bad decision and um, you did a crime, but you paid your time, you're still going to be punished the rest of your life because, one, you're going to have a label that's unattractive, and two, you won't get to vote, and three, you can't protect yourself if someone breaks into your home and your baby's sleeping and guns are drawn on you. Good luck. Say your prayers because you can't have a gun to protect yourself or your baby. That just doesn't make sense to me. So, what good does it do to do your time if you're still penalized the rest of your life in those three areas, plus the stigma? Yeah. No, felons can't vote. You can get your rights back. A judge has to give you your rights back. It's a process. Um, yeah, Red. Those cases, I think it's kind of funny. Um, I mean, we're not even supposed to have a rifle. Yeah, I don't think. At least they could let felons have a rifle. They can't like carry and conceal those, but we would be able to protect ourselves. Hi, Cal. Welcome. Another Kelli. That's kind of rare. There's Kellycopter and you and me. It's usually, Kelly, but it's interesting to nice to meet you too. It's interesting to see it spelled like me. I'm not used to that. I'm sure you aren't used to it either. um, the constitutional rights. Yeah. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah, Maya, we're not supposed to vote, but now let me tell you this: they don't come and get you if you do vote because Wacko in there is a felon and he votes. And we had the biggest argument one time, not too long ago, about that because Mr. I never do anything wrong and I never break the law. I said, yes, you do. You're voting and you're not supposed to. And hi, Don. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And inmates can vote in Norway? That's crazy. That is funny. They should be able to. I mean, they're still citizens. Yeah, it's kind of tough over here on some things. Oh, your middle name is Dawn. That's such a pretty name, Dawn. I like that name. Um, yeah, so uh like I said, Mr. I never do anything wrong. I'm perfect. I don't break the law. He is breaking the law because he's voting and he thinks that he's like, I'm allowed to vote. I said, you have not been in front of a judge. And I even pulled up the law in Florida and I was correct. You have to get your your voting rights given back to you by a judge. And he's like, well, they gave me back my voting rights. I'm like, who? Well, the people at the DMV. I said, they don't have the power to do that. Well, I filled out the voter registration card and they registered me. I said, well, they weren't supposed to. Obviously, they didn't ask the right questions because you slipped by, and he will still fight me and say that his voting rights were restored, but they're not. But he goes down and votes. So they do in Canada too. Yeah. The United States is tough in some areas. I mean, like the amount of prison time our prisoners get is way more than most countries, you know. Don's not your real name, though. It's your screen name, or do you use it at work and stuff too? Don. It's Don. Yeah, America's tough on crime, especially drug crimes, and they're not very tough on child abuse crimes. Um, Mainly child abuse crimes, you know. We've seen a lot of disgusting cases lately where, I mean, some of those people should be locked up forever, in my opinion. Especially like people, there's still people in prison that got caught with some marijuana 20 years ago, and they're still in prison for some marijuana. That's what I don't get. I think a lot of states have started to let some of those people out because the the more places it becomes legalized or a certain amount becomes legalized, the more they're going to have to start letting some of these people out that are in there for small amounts of marijuana. I know Texas was, and Florida too, they were hanging people that got caught with marijuana Back when I was in high school, it was crazy. You think they were in there for murder, the sentences they were handing down. Yeah, they are, Maya. They're wild to me too. Try living here. Don Gloves was my old Twitter handle until I nuked my account. It's a play on words that'll take a minute to explain. Healthcare, healthcare workers will get it though. Oh, Dawn gloves. Is Dawn for the like liquid Dawn? I mean, I can understand gloves being a healthcare care worker. um, California has let some people out. Well, that's good. That's good. Um, Janet says also there is no death penalty in Canada. Yeah, I heard that. And life is 25 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, life can mean different things here. Sometimes it's so confusing, but usually life, well, if it's life without parole, then it's pretty easy to understand. That means you're going to be there till you die. But if it's like Danny Masterson got 30 to life or something like that, or 15 to life on each charge, which makes it 30 to life. That's where it gets confusing because he has a chance to get out, but yeah, 30 to life. Yeah, he could be out in 30 years, but he does have to serve 30, right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I mean, sometimes it's so confusing. Like Jody Hildebrandt and what was the other one's name? We were talking about the other night. I forget her co-conspirator, the mother. Um, they their charges. They have four charges each. So each one was um, 1 year, 1 to 15 years, I think, for each charge. Which and theirs are running consecutively. So the least amount of time they can do is 4 years, but the max is not 60 years because in Utah, if you get like uh, how do I explain it? Their life sentences or yeah, their it can't go over if they have a consecutive sentence, they they cannot go over 30 years. Um, so you would think if you read it, 1 to 15 years for each case. Like I said, that would be 4 times 15 is 60, but they have a little clause in there that only allows them to be sentenced to 30 years because they have some special law about con- uh, cons- consecutive sentences. So they will get a big break. In California, you usually only do 85%. Yeah. Yeah, 85%. That's a lot though. Excuse me. I know. Sorry. I don't know why my nose started running. Maybe from the fan. Um, guys, I woke up this morning with a notification saying the LAPD told NBC they're low on staff. I wanted to throw your effing phone. That is crazy, isn't it? What a thing for them to say. They are crazy. Oh my gosh. I mean, they get away with all that and they're crazy. Oh my gosh. Um, what was I just talking about? I lost my train of thought as usual. Yeah, I forgot to tell anybody until now. That is crazy. Well, I guess they didn't say anything about how many false arrests that they perform or how you can assault somebody and you won't necessarily get arrested in LA because we see that happen a lot, a lot. DMs in the federal system through California rules won't apply. He is in federal? Are you sure? I don't think he is. I don't know. I'll have to Google that too. Um, Kelly says, wow, LAPD is nuts. They sure are. They should just add scientists to their streets division since they are already in their back pockets. They should. Um, are you talking about Danny Masterson? Don, GM? He crossed state lines with guns. Yeah, but he hasn't been charged with that. Not yet. And no one even knows if they're going to go ahead and charge him. It seems like they would have done it by now. Yeah, no, he hasn't been charged with that yet. He was only convicted of the the SA on those women. Ugh, disgusting. He is so disgusting. Yeah, and I used to love that 70s show. Now, like, if it came on, I don't even know if I would watch it because just knowing what, has gone down with not just Danny Masterson, but Ashton Kutcher and Mila. What I forget her last name, Mila or Mila. um, you're very tired and running on 4 hours of sleep. Well, bless your heart, Dawn. You might have it mixed up with someone else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's on state charges. The old missing pew pews, pew pew pews deal. Janet never watched that show. It shouldn't be broadcast at all. No, it shouldn't, but it will be. And I loved it too, Red. Oh my gosh. I used to just live to watch the reruns and stuff. You should probably go sleep. Yeah, I don't feel like you have to stay up. Get some rest. You think the show got pulled from syndication? It probably did. I mean, if they were smart, they would pull it, but it's all a money game, so I'm sure if money can be made, then it will stay on somewhere. Friends makes you sad. I didn't watch that show very much for some reason. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't like it that much. Yeah, if you slip out of here, Dawn, we will see you tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow night at you're in California. Are you in I think you're in California at let's see. I think 6 or 7 your time, Dawn. I'm gonna have her screen name is May the Force Be With You. She's gonna come on and we're gonna talk about narcissistic abuse. So if you are awake, cruise on over. Um, that 70s show was Sykes' favorite show ever. I loved it too. I have the whole set. Oh, you do have it on DVD? And now he's been breaking them and painting them and drilling holes and making stuff. That's too funny. That is too funny. I don't know if I would have done that. I probably would have kept it because I bet one day they're going to be worth money. You can bet they will. You Kelly used to love The Ranch on Netflix with Danny Masterson. I never watched that one. Ashton and Sam Elliott. I like Sam Elliott. Danny Masterson ruined it for you. Yeah. Yeah. He would ruin it, that's for sure. Okay, Miss Dawn. Kimberly. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome. Dawn's about to slip out of here because she's very tired. And yeah, I like Sam Elliott a lot. Yeah, he's been around for a long time too. Psych felt disgusting and disgusted and couldn't have it in his sight. Well, I don't blame you. And that's good to know because there's a lot of guys that like roll their eyes, um, and don't think that doing that to women is as bad as we make it out to be or something. I don't know. I've seen so many men just not not think it's that big of a deal. I mean, they don't always come right out and say it, but you can tell by their attitude and the way they roll their eyes. I don't know. But I know there's some good men out there. I just wasn't lucky enough to find one in my life that was worth staying with. I did. I was married once and I learned my lesson from that. Believe me, at least I was smart enough to know not to do it again unless I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I dated a few people that I thought I was in love with, and I was. I loved them at the time, but not enough to marry any of them. And I'm glad I did not do that. Um, Janet says I'll be listening but can't chat. Oh, that's fine. I've got a I've got a heat eye mask on, so I can't see. Oh, wow. It's supposed to help with dry eye. Well, I hope it works. Let us know. It would have to be the right person. Yeah. Okay, Miss Dawn. Night night for real. Really, go get some rest. You'll feel much better when you wake up. You're the same, Kelly. Never getting married again unless Sam wanted one last good gal. That's funny. Yeah, I'm good single too, Red. I really am. Um, yeah. How old are you, Kelly? I'm 61. And I forget how old you are, Red. I think Dawn's a youngie for me. She looks so young. And 55, yeah. I thought you were a little bit younger than me, but I could not remember exactly. And Maya says, does the heating eye mask work? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know too. Her eye doctor told her to do that too, but haven't bought it yet. You just turned 54, Don? No way. That is, you are too much. You do not look. I would thought you were in your early 40s, girl. You're doing good. Yep, you are doing good. Um, yeah, Janet, let us know if that mask thing works for your dry eyes. Kimberly, you're 65. Are you married, Kimberly? I think you are, but I'm not sure. So I get people mixed up. So times. Hi, 55. How are you? You're 68 and married 2 times, and you're staying single now, huh? I don't blame you. Oh, yeah. I'd say I've been married once, and I was his fourth wife. That should have been like such a clue. But It wasn't. I was young and dumb. That's what I put it on. I was young and dumb. You're divorced. I got divorced so long ago, like when when you have to fill out things like at a doctor's office and they ask your marital status. Um, I always put single. I don't think I ever put divorced for some reason. Okay, I've been divorced for so long. And I didn't even get divorced. He went to the courts and told them that I deserted him, and where I he didn't know where I was, and he got the divorce without me, of course, because he did not want to be fair. He did not want to split things up. So he lied and got a divorce without um, me knowing. I forget how I found out, but Kelly is moving. Wait, let me start where the chat. Um, Don says, "Thank you. My skin has always been 10 years behind my chronology, but none of the women in my family seem to age." Wow, you're lucky. Yeah, wrinkles run heavy big time in my family, but we live a long time. Like, I have good genes that way, but not as far as the wrinkles go. Kelly says, "I'm moving to Florida in September, Winter Park. Do you live close to Clearwater?" No, ma'am. I want to protest so bad. Um, I live in Jacksonville. Yes, and is Winter Park, is that by Orlando or is it on the coast? And we're supposed to be moving to Arizona and like the after the cruise. So that would be something. You're moving here and I'm moving out. I've been living in Florida for since 2002 for a long time, minus 2.5 years. I was homeless in Austin, Texas. You got divorced in 81? Yeah, that's been a while. That has. I graduated high school in 1980, and yeah, so 81, that is a long time. And you never got remarried, Kim? Yeah, I thought it was by Orlando. I think I am like 2.5 or 3 hours from Orlando. Not too far. But if we're still here, like my dream, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I washed it earlier. Um, my dream is to protest, be live or go live, be somewhere where I can go down and actually, you know, um, protest at an org or wherever they're protesting. Because there's nowhere in Jacksonville, there's no Scientology here. I mean, I'm sure there's Scientology, but there's no like building that I know of. Um, Hi, Heather. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're 52 and live in Iowa. Do you know where Ottumwa, Iowa is? You woke up at 12:30. Thanks, menopause. Oh, menopause is the worst. Oh my gosh, you get so hot. Not remarried, but was in a 20-year relationship afterwards. Oh, yeah, it was like you were married. Yeah, but you just didn't tie the knot. Um, Sykes says being homeless was some of the most freeing things he's ever experienced. Spent my money on gas, cigarettes, food, hygiene, upkeep, gym membership, so I could shower. Yeah. What was I going to say? It wasn't freeing for me because I was in a wheelchair and it is so, I mean, it's hard enough being homeless, but try doing it in a wheelchair. It, And Austin, I don't know if you've ever been there, but it has a lot of hills, especially downtown. And like I could not be in my manual chair. I had to do a GoFundMe, and my high school friends donated enough money for me to buy a electric scooter. That way I could get around. Yeah. Kelly says, "Oh wow, I want to move there too. I will start full-time van life in September." Are you kidding? Wow. You're building your van out so you can travel. That is so cool. You're not gonna be in Florida long. Well, gosh, I sure would like to keep in touch with you. Um, yeah. You should send me your email so I will always be able to find you. Atumwa is an hour away. When I was living in Osage Beach, Missouri, which is Lake Ozark. It's not the Ozarks, but it's Lake Ozark. And I had left my ex-husband and I had to be able to pay the bills. I was 31, and so I got a job at the one and only strip club that was there, and it was only topless, and it was a real nice place. And we were only open in the summer because it was where I lived was very, touristy. And in the winter, when they closed, we used to have to travel to make money. And so we would travel to Ottumwa, Iowa, and I spent a lot of time there and made a lot of money there. They loved it when the girls from the lake came to work there. Yeah. So that was the best job I ever had because I got to wear some nice clothes and I got paid for exercising. I was in the best shape I've ever been in. And like I said, it was only topless. It wasn't wild and crazy like some of those places get, you know. But I only did it for about a year. Um, I'm trying to scroll down because I missed some of these, some of the, shoot, what is going on with my, there. Uh, um, Janet's 63. Yeah, you don't look your age either, Janet. People saw you the other night. Yeah, it is. It was insane. Being homeless in a wheelchair. I agree. It was crazy. And after 2.5 years, I couldn't take it anymore. And that's why I called my ex-husband to see if I could rent a room from him. I didn't know anybody else to call. But the dynamics of our relationship are way different now. And tomorrow night, I'm going to talk about that. So you'll be able to hear more of my story. Y'all get me in bits and pieces, that's for sure. Kelly says, I'm just about finished with chemo. Oh, bless your heart. Are you kidding me? A rare brain tumor? That is wild. I can't even imagine. Bless your heart. You will finish May 31st. It will start building. I will start building on my van then. It won't look like DOA's. It will be my tiny RV, right? So you will see me around. Yes, that is so cool. I would love to do that. And I mean, like, I could drive. I used to drive because I have movement in my legs. Now they've gotten pretty bad the past 2 years, but it doesn't take much to put in hand controls. And I could, I think there's even places here in Florida where they, do that for free for people. But I would love to, if I still had my car, I would have been over in Clearwater several times by now. Yeah. I even tried to find someone in the chat, like the SPTV chats, tried to find people living in Jacksonville that wanted to go to Clearwater, and I told them I would buy the gas if you drive. I couldn't find anyone. One person wanted to go, but she had to work. So, yeah. And then I think I said something about it the other night, but Richard's friend is coming to visit from California, and he was going to drive here. And so on his way back, I said, drop me off in Austin. And so I was going to go to Austin for like a week and protest with Pearl Snappy. And then he called a few days ago and said he's flying here instead. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. Uh, Hi, Fluffer Squirrel UK. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah. Well, now, back in the late 80s, very early 90s, maybe 89, 90, we sold our house in Las Vegas and we bought a truck and a fifth wheel and traveled around the country. And when we would find a place that we liked, we would um, stay there and until we got tired of it, and then we would go to the next place. And that was a cool way to live. But we just got kind of tired of it after a while, and we ended right back in Las frickin' Vegas. We never thought that that would happen. And then I ended up leaving him like, I think less than a year later. Yeah, but you're out of cigarettes. Oh my gosh. Well, I am such a smoker from hell psych that when I run out, I get on my scooter and there is a corner store at the entrance to the neighborhood that we live in. And so I put my little dog on a leash and he has a nice long walk up to the store to get cigarettes. I don't care what time of the morning it is. And believe me, I go at all times. Um, I excused myself from Cricket's chat one night to go get cigarettes, and yeah, a couple people didn't want me to go. They were scared for me, but there's nothing to be scared of here. Hell, I was on the streets in a scooter for 2.5 years in the worst parts of Austin, and our neighborhood's pretty nice, so there's nothing to be afraid of. Believe me. Hmm. Yeah. It's hard for me to go without cigarettes, for real. I like my cigarettes. Kelly's brother is a strip club DJ. Oh yeah. He loves it. Yeah, and I mean, we used to tip our DJs really good. He works at Hustler Hollywood in Shreveport. Aha. Huh. Yeah, I don't know the laws in Louisiana, but going from like Bourbon Street in New Orleans, I think they're allowed to take everything off in Louisiana, but don't quote me on that. You know, different states have different laws, of course. And in Missouri, they're kind of strict. But all you have to do is, God, my tooth is still missing. You guys, if that dentist doesn't call me tomorrow, which I don't think she is, I have got to get on the phone again and find another dentist. I've got to get this tooth fixed. I don't want to get used to it being gone. Isn't that terrible? Oh, it's so ugly. Um, yeah, but all you would have to do in Missouri is go across the state line in St. Louis. They call it East St. Louis, but it's really Illinois. And their laws are a lot less stringent in Illinois. I mean, they got away with, I'm going to try to cover up this tooth. Um, they got away with everything in East St. Louis. But yeah, that we are sorry about your tumor. Um, oh, that's right, Janet. You've been through that too, twice. Oh my gosh, you are some strong women. I swear, I don't, I just can't even imagine. My hat is off to you girls, that's for sure. Yeah. Maybe one day you can come to Arizona and we can go to LA. Yes, yes, absolutely. And I spent time in, well, I've lived in California before. I lived in Central California when I was young, before we moved to Las Vegas, um, by Morro Bay, by that's just kind of by San Luis Obispo. That's where I moved right out of high school. And then we moved to Las Vegas, but we used to go to LA a lot and Newport Beach, and then we went to San Diego. We went to the zoo a few times. Yeah. Um, and then I've lived in Northern California, up by San Francisco. I loved that. Actually had my bicycle accident 22 years ago in Northern California. Lodi, to be exact. I was working at a little resort on one of the rivers. Yeah, but um, too cute on the dog and scooter. Oh, yeah, it's it's not like a scooter like that you stand up on. It's the kind you drive. You probably knew that though. Yeah, he when he he's so funny. He likes to walk most of the time, but he does get tired and he will jump on and stay down by my feet, stick his nose out, and he reminds me of those dogs that are on the front of ships, like the old paintings where there's a black dog on the front of a ship. That's what he reminds me of when he gets on my scooter. But then I'll pick him up and put him in my lap because I'm afraid he's gonna bounce off of there. And he stands up the whole time and he will put his feet on the steering column. I try to keep him with his feet on one of the armrests, but he likes to be right up front, right with his paws on my steering column, and it drives me crazy, but it looks like he's trying to drive. It is pretty cute. Uh, You remember that night you came back in the chat and had blown up with craziness and oh yes, yes, you are right, Janet. When I came back from getting cigarettes, that's when y'all were laughing so much about Cooter, Missouri. Remember? Yeah, that was that night. Oh my goodness, they take everything off except what Kelly calls a piece of straw. Wait, I'm kind of lost on that one. I probably missed something. Hi, Care for JC. Welcome. Hi, Uncle Dude. Welcome. Have y'all been here a long time? Probably because I'm so like far behind and my chats are way down there. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to ignore you two. I'm so glad you're here. I get to talking and I don't even keep up with the uh, chat. I'll learn. I'll get better as time goes by. But yeah. Yeah, Cooter, Missouri. And I have this one clip of Cricket when she said something, oh, that Cooter should be the gathering place for dirty stay-ups or something like that. And then she said, but if we all went, the hotels would be too crowded, and we don't want Cooter to, I don't know, she made a joke, and it was so funny, and she cracked herself up so much that I made a short clip of it, but I can't figure out how to. Because I want to post it, but I can't post it just like that because it's not mine. I have to change it a little bit, and I can't figure out how to to like record my voice without showing. I don't want to show my face on it. I just haven't figured out how to do everything I need to do to make it short yet. I've been trying, and Jen, Pup Groomer, tried to teach me. I thought that she explained it well enough, but I still haven't figured it out. um, that's how the strippers do in Louisiana. Well, that's good to know. You're taking your contacts out, but listening. That was red. The Cooter night was amazing. Yeah, that was so funny. Oh, and what, did she stay on late that night or something? It seems to me that I can't remember. It's one night runs into the next with me. I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Like, time just goes by so fast, and to try to keep the days separated is not easy sometimes. Oh my goodness. But anyway, um, so I'm probably going to stay on about, it's 107. I mean, I've been on 107 minutes. I guess that's what that means. Or have I been on an hour and 7 minutes? 16. It must be an hour and 7 minutes. That's what that means. Because 107 minutes would be over an hour and a half. Yeah, I haven't been on that long. But and it's 5:27 in the morning. Oh my goodness, that means pretty soon, like 30 minutes, I think it will start getting light out. Yeah, hour. You're right. Care for JC. An hour and 7 minutes. Yes. But yeah, so I don't know who heard it or if you all heard it, but tomorrow night at either 6 or 7 Eastern, or I mean, uh, at 9 or 10 Eastern time, I'm having she's not going to use her real name, and so we don't know what we're going to call her yet, but in the chat she is May the Force be with you, and she's going to come on and we're going to talk about narcissistic abuse because I have a lot of questions, and she has been kind of studying it and the different kinds for about 4 years, she said. And I have a lot of questions to ask her about it. She wasn't quite ready to tell her story. This is what's funny. I have to like tell on myself here. So I called her, and Heather says, "How much sleep do you normally get?" I'm in bed usually for like 6 hours on average, but I'm not usually sleeping the whole time. I don't sleep more than 2 hours in a row at any time because I start hurting so bad, and to turn my body, I have to wake up. But I fall back asleep real easy. But I think I'd probably get an average of 5 hours. That's what I would say. Some nights, it's less, and sometimes it's more. But okay, yeah, Janet. I look forward to asking some questions and finding out about this. I have a lot of journal entries, and I'm going to go through them tonight about him. And there's some crazy stuff that he did that I wrote down. Y'all won't want to miss it, believe me. You sleep on and off too? Care for JC? Yeah. I wonder if that has to do with getting older too. I think the older you get, isn't is don't they say um you you don't need as much sleep? I think I've heard that. Like you don't require as much sleep as when you're younger or something. But Richard sleeps a lot more than me, and he's 87, and he falls asleep like real easy. He'll fall asleep sitting on the couch watching TV real fast. And can you tell me what time you are going live with that? It's going to be um 9 or 10 Eastern. I need to check and see how many people have live scheduled tomorrow night. I think I think Tommy does stuff every night at 6 or 7 his time, and I don't want to be on the same time as him because that happened when I was interviewing Cricket, and so I don't want to do that again. But so it's going to be 9 or 10 Eastern. But I will make a post after I get off here. I'm going to check and see, what's going on, and then I'll make a post like within the hour. Um, Janet said, let's see, 55 has insomnia. Yeah, I do too. But like being on pain medication lately has helped me sleep more. So I'm glad about that. Um, when I don't have pain medication and I can't move out of bed and I'm miserable, um, I stay awake forever. And so then I take Seroquel when I can't sleep. But I haven't had to take that in about a year. But yeah, I have bad insomnia if I don't have my pain medication. You do that too when you're not 87, Maya. You're funny. You crack me up sometimes. Care for JC says, I nap more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. You sleep better in the day my whole life. Wow. Best job started 3 p.m. or 7 a.m. with an hour commute. Yeah. Well, I am on such a night schedule because Richard, he's an artist and he paints all night, just about every night, unless he has an appointment the next day. Then he'll go to sleep, sometimes around 1 or 2 or 3. But most of the time, he goes to sleep between like 5 and 8 in the morning. And so, like, when I moved in with him 2.5 years ago, I was on a regular schedule, but slowly but surely, little by little, I got on his schedule, and now I'm up all night. Oh, goodness. Um, SPTV space, it shows everyone who is online or live. Yes, I saw that tonight when Aaron, um, I caught the very tail end of his live tonight when he was going around, showing up and the protesters from LA, they were all on live. And I even jumped on live. Psych was here earlier tonight when I was on real quick. Psych And then I saw Aaron was jumping on live streams, and I was hoping that he would pop on mine. Fluffer, do you know who made that? Did you make that web page for him? I know. I'm sure he got all the information from your channel. Um, I thought maybe you might have even made it. Oh, you saw it on Natalie's live. Oh, hmm. Um, is it his? Is it his web page or whose page is or website is that? I don't know why I thought it was his, but I mean, I didn't see where it had anybody's name on it. You know, they said it was someone from the UK. Ah, I know who it was. XE News KC made the website. Oh, you helped. Okay, I have a bone to pick with you, but I will email you. Eh, I will email you. um, I'm glad to see that it was you, Fluffer. Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, amazing. Um, is the web developer. We did a live on your channel explaining it. Oh, okay. And Red saw it on the community page of someone's. Yeah, I got your email and I emailed you back. So, did you get my email, Fluffer? I did email you back. But pick away. No, you didn't upset me. You didn't upset me at all because you've always been so good to me and made sure that I was listed on your channel where I was supposed to be, where I fit in. But since Susie how do you say her name? Oberhertz is listed in the very top under Texas, and she only has like 200 more subscribers than me. Um, I think I should be listed there too. Y'all should put Jacksonville or Florida and put me up there too. If Susie gets to be up there, I get to be up there. Yeah, I know. I found my name on there. I appreciate that, but I want to be in like up in the top ones where it lists all the states. Susie said she will be auditing that area. Oh, really? Oh, well. Where does she live in Texas? It just says Texas. I'll ask her. Um, everyone not auditing is in the online section to avoid confusion. Hmm. Well, I have never seen her protest. I don't even know if she lives near a protest. I don't know. I thought I thought she lived in California. I don't had no clue she lived in Texas. That's pretty cool because that's where I'm from too. But um, yeah, I did find me on there. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're second class citizens because we're not protesting. But you know, when you don't live near an org, you can't protest. Like, I wouldn't know where to go. There's nowhere here to protest. But when I move to Arizona, like we're supposed to, then I will be protesting. I'm going to go with the other Kelly. What do you say? I can promise you I've tried to please. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine you caught some hell, everyone, and it's impossible. You can only go off what info. Yeah, yeah. I bet you've been like been through the ringer at times. I tried to be nice about it. I think I was nice. Yeah, I didn't get on your case or anything. I was just so appreciative that you added me in. Not everyone is suited to protest in person. Yes, you're right about that. You're right about that. But that's been like I've been jealous of those protesters since the first day I saw them. Yeah, LA bound. That is right. And we can even go there in the winter because it does not get too cold. We can go there in the fall and winter for sure. It's even better. It's a better temperature, like I think, in the fall in LA because it can get too hot there for sure. But yeah, what time is it in the UK right now? Check and make sure you got my email, Fluffer, when we get off of here. Um, because yeah, I can't wait to talk to you. I've been jealous too. Yeah, yeah, the two Kellys. I had like a vision of Kelly Copter moving to the United States. I don't 10:40 a.m. there, and it's Sunday because you're ahead. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you're 5 hours ahead of me. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Um, I gave you my phone number, Fluffer, and so you can call me when it's convenient. And if I'm sleeping, I just turn my phone off so you can't bother me. Anyone can call me anytime because if I'm sleeping, I just don't answer. But you can't get your contacts out. Oh my gosh, does that hurt? Oh my goodness, that's scary, isn't it? Isn't it? I've never had contacts. Mornings you watch lives and make clips for Natalie. Oh, do you know how to do shorts? I need to ask someone a couple of questions about that because I have some shorts I want to get posted, but like I said, they're not my material, so I have to, change them up a little bit. It's a learning process for sure. Yeah. Um, Contacts scare the crap out of you. I always wanted to get some like lavender or even darker but purple contacts, for some reason. Oh, because my eyes in the black lights when I was working at that strip club, the black lights, people used to always tell me that I had purple eyes. And I never could figure it out because no one else did. But, those black lights make your eyes look really pretty sometimes. But so I wanted to get some purple contacts. Uh, you used to have contacts. Try adding an eye drop. Your eye might be a bit dry. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. You just press the scissors at the top of the chat or under. Yeah, I know, but I need to record my voice without. I don't want the camera on me. I just want my voice on there, and I just can't figure it out. And also, if I want to add a certain part of a video, and so I have that certain part already clipped, but if I want to add something from later on in the video, I don't know how to like get the second clip and add it to the first clip. So I know it's real simple, but I'm telling you, like, I know a lot of people my age that have trouble learning all this stuff, Flubber. It's just the truth. We didn't grow up with this stuff, and um, there are some whizzes out there, but I know a few people my age that have a hard time with this stuff too. I'm not the only one. Uh, and I even tried, like, my son said, Mom, just Google it. It's on YouTube. You can learn anything on there. And I did Google it, and they had their instructional video. What's it called? Anyway, yeah, they told how to do it, but they didn't explain it like step by step like I need. You don't know either, Red? Yeah. Sometimes some of this stuff, like once I learn it, it's like, of course, it's not near as hard as I was making it out to be, or near as hard as I thought it was. It's pretty simple, actually. So I know this. That's why it's like kind of embarrassing that I can't figure it out. But I'm not gonna pretend like I know how when I don't know how. uh, I just need a few questions answered. So I will be sure to ask you, Fluffer, when we talk on the phone. I just dropped something. But I am going to mosey out of here, you guys. You've been editing software, but you're intimidated by the YouTube videos. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I kind of am too. Just the shorts though. I have pretty much everything else figured out, but I had to make some pretty crappy videos at first to get where I am. Like, and thumbnails, oh my God, you should have seen me trying to figure out Canva and how to make a thumbnail. Oh, it was a nightmare. I was in tears, but I finally figured that out, and now it's like so easy. But yeah, yeah, the best way is to jump in. That's what I did, and that's what I do because I mean, I'm not scared, but I know I get so frustrated so easy, and I'm impatient with myself, but even the YouTube videos and how to use the software scare you. Well, you're smart enough, though. You are smart enough. Okay, you guys, it is almost an hour and a half, 3 minutes away. So I'm going to say thank you. It was so nice talking with you guys, and I am so grateful that y'all are here. Oh, I reached over 500 today. I was so happy, so happy. So I appreciate you coming by, and if you're up tomorrow night, jump in and watch us talk about narcissism. Anyway, yeah, everybody sleep well, and I will see y'all on the flip side. I have to go do something with my hair. I don't know what's happened. Okay, you guys. Love you. Good night.